So guys, 12 o'clock, the 6th of August, we leave the hotel. So now we'll go to Vladikavkaz.
Поехали.
The hall of the hotel. And my luggage. Hello guys and welcome to Different Russia channel. We continue our trip. We go on vacations, go to Georgia, and that is the fourth episode of our adventures. The links to the previous episodes you can find in the playlist. It is called Trip to Georgia, and also the links are under this video. And honestly guys, I thought that it would be the final episode of our adventures, of our trip. And now I will tell you why. The plan was the following. We had to leave Tikhoretsk at about 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and at about 6 or 7 o'clock we were supposed to come to the border with Georgia. That is Верхний Lars, border control. We read that there is no queue, and the border control takes about 30 minutes. After passing border control, in about 4 hours, we planned to be in the capital of Georgia. It is called Tbilisi. But something went wrong. We left Tikhoretsk as we planned at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. But when we passed Kropotkin, that is not a very big town, not far from Tikhoretsk, something went wrong with the car. And we stopped somewhere in the middle of nowhere in the fields.
Либо не хватает давления в этом рампе, да. Это бензонасос тогда не качает. Он, может быть, перегрелся. Согласен. Ну, сейчас посмотрим. Ну, кассета-то заводят. Видишь? И потом начинает обороты падать.
Some unexpected thing happened, guys. The car broke down. Stopped in the middle of nowhere. Just left Kropotkin town. About 1 hour we were driving along the road, and maybe because of the very hot weather today, plus 36 approximately. Plus 36 degrees centigrade. Maybe some other reason, but the car broke down. So the engine starts, and then in about 10 seconds it dies.
Ну да, перетерлось что-то.
Что-то перетерлось, да, у него?
Да.
А он же вибрирует постоянно.
Конечно.
сейчас.
Some field is here, but the harvest time is over. Even no hay. So guys, long story short, something is very, very bad. That is what I could understand. The car starts and in about 5 seconds the engine starts to make some unpleasant sound and it dies. The engine dies and we stop. So Alex and his friend tried to understand what was wrong with the car. Alex has a habit of traveling everywhere with his bag of tools, and this time it was not the exception, so this bag helped him incredibly much. Alex and his friend called several service centers, and the managers there told them several problems. There could be 3 big problems with the car, and to find the main problem, what is really wrong, it was necessary to buy 3 different car parts. So guys, it was really a big problem. First of all, because there were no car parts to repair the car, and the second big problem, there were no car service centers or car repair centers to repair Saab cars. So Alex and his friend started to look for car parts on Avito, second-hand car parts. Sometimes it's a problem to find them, sometimes not. So it depends on how lucky you are, and also it depends on how popular the model of your car. For some cars it's not a problem to find car parts, but for some cars it's a big problem. We had to buy 3 different car parts, and there were several variants, several ways. One car part was in Moscow, another one was in St. Petersburg, and the third one was in Krasnodar. If we were in Moscow, we could order 3 car parts from different cities. They would be delivered to Moscow in a few days, and so with these 3 car parts we could go to the car repairing center and repair the car. But we were almost in the middle of nowhere, on the side of the road, not far from the city, but in that city no one knew how to repair Saab cars, and there were no Saab parts in that particular city. And then, guys, the miracle happened, because Alex could find all these 3 car parts in one place. And guess where they were? Yeah, they were in Tikhoretsk. And that is why in 2 hours of spending on the side of the road, we went back to Tikhoretsk.
Нет, сначала надо...
So guys, the adventures are going on. We are back to Tikhoretsk. We were here in the morning, early in the morning. We were in the hotel here and left the city at about 12 o'clock. In about 2 hours, something went wrong with the car, so it refused to go on the trip. And Alex and his friend tried to understand what was wrong with the car. They checked internet, called car services. So finally they could understand what is wrong. But we have problems with car parts, and for this particular car, it is called Saab 9000, there are no parts if to go to the shop. So on Avito, Alex could find some second-hand car parts for this particular car. Then we were crawling back to Tikhoretsk. The trip took about 2 hours. We stopped constantly, almost constantly, so 2-3 kilometers, and we stopped because the car did not want, so I don't know how to explain. So it starts, but in some time it starts to shake, and the engine dies. So finally we are back to Tikhoretsk. We could find the place where they sell second-hand parts, and now Alex and his friend are trying to understand whether these second-hand parts are good or not. Maybe they are spoiled or something like that. And of course they are trying to repair the car, because here no Saab service, and so everything is very bad with car service here. So also, guys, would like to show you how hot today. Plus 38 degrees centigrade, and now is 17:27, so 5:30, and 38 degrees centigrade. Tomorrow also 38 degrees and 25 at night. It seems that today and tomorrow are the hottest days. Then the temperature will go down. So during the weekend it will be 31 degrees. So now it's extremely hot. You can see the blue sky. So guys, luckily all the second-hand car parts were good. They were not spoiled, were not broken. It took Alex and his friend about 40 minutes to repair the car. They took one part and put another one, and at about 6 o'clock in the evening we continued our trip. So spent the whole day, almost the whole day, in Tikhoretsk, in the suburbs of Tikhoretsk. That was really a very nervous day, and I thought that, really thought that that is the end of our trip, and we have to at least not to return back home, but at least we have to spend maybe 1 week or maybe 3 or 4 days in Tikhoretsk. If that man did not have those car parts, we had to order the delivery from other cities, and that of course would take time. So we had to spend several days in Tikhoretsk, because we could not leave the car and go by train or, I don't know, by bus. So luckily the car was repaired and we continued our trip. So guys, thank you for watching. Soon will be some more episodes from our trip to Georgia. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and see you soon in one of those episodes. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Пока.